we just do it again without the negative saying that you don't like the tour? Just 'cause
I don't like it though.
I know, but see,
I go through
what
hell.
Is it setting up though? I don't know.
I go through hell touring. Okay, then I'll make it positive then.
Yeah, it's just
Action, Michael.
I love to tour. You guys.
Alright folks, gather around because today we're diving into a fascinating look at none other than the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. So the video kicks off with a scene where Michael is asked to redo a segment without mentioning his dislike for touring. Right off the bat, you get this sense of how even the biggest stars have their moments of frustration. I mean, can you imagine being one of the most famous people in the world and not being able to say what you really feel because, you know, public image? And it's so relatable, right? We've all had to put on a brave face for something we weren't thrilled about. Then bam, there's this hilarious bit about Michael Jackson impersonators. Picture this, you're Michael Jackson and you're watching someone else try to be you.
Look. The police pulled him out. What was he doing? He was doing a Jackson dance. He was doing every time he starts, the police pull him out. Every time. He could never get on a roll.
It's like a weird out-of-body experience. But get this, Michael actually enjoyed it. He loved watching people do their best moonwalk. I guess it's like a tribute in a way, seeing how your influence has spread and inspired others to the point where they want to emulate you. It's a whole different level of flattery. Next, we switch gears to his very private marriage with Lisa Marie Presley. Now, this was the couple everyone was talking about back in the day. They even did interviews together, and you can tell there was this mix of awkwardness and genuine affection. When asked if they sing together, Lisa Marie got defensive, and Michael found it all quite amusing. It's funny because it's a reminder that not everything in a celebrity's life is a publicity stunt.
Are you going to sing together?
No, I would love to sing with you. Would you like to sing with me?
You don't sing?
I don't sing. I did sing, but that's not why I married Michael. I don't need that. That's ridiculous. If I wanted it, I mean, I'm not going to marry someone for a recording career, just to clear that up as well.
What?
Sometimes it's just about love and connection. And speaking of interviews, the video dives into this moment where Michael is asked about turning 40. Now for most of us, hitting 40 is a big deal, but imagine being Michael Jackson and having to answer questions about how it affects your music. It's a trip because for him, age was just a number.
Being close to your 40th birthday, how is the way you feel about music?
I did not circle that question.
I'm sorry.
Michael couldn't even resist at the Grammys and had to sneak in a jab at his brother.
Also, I'd like to thank all my brothers who I love very dearly, including Jermaine.
When you're a legend in your own right, milestones like that don't define you. It's like, what's next for the king of pop? More music? More innovation, more breaking of boundaries. Just typical Michael. Let's move on to the part where Chris Tucker shares his hilarious experience at the movies with Michael. Picture this. You're trying to sneak into a theater with one of the most recognizable faces on the planet.
Because Michael got to sneak in the movie right before it starts. So Michael coming in like with a ninja suit on, he's hiding and all black. All of a sudden I'm sitting there, where's Michael? And then I turn around, he's like, hey Chris. I'm like, oh man, how long you been here?
About 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Security bring us popcorn and stuff. You know, I'm like, he's trying to hide. You know,
Right. Here you go, Mr. Jackson.
You know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we watching the movie. He's the loudest person in there.
Really?
You know? Yeah, he's watching the movie like, hee hee. I say, Michael, would you shut up before people see you?
I'm sorry, it was funny, Chris.
Yeah.
Funny, because no matter how much you try to blend in, when you're Michael Jackson, that's just not happening. And then there's Chris, turning around to find Michael just casually sitting there, having snuck in like it's no big deal. It's such a human moment, seeing him just wanting to enjoy a movie like anyone else. And then it gets even crazier. Steve Harvey's story about trying to take Michael to church is pure comedy gold.
said, Mike, I'm gonna come pick you up and we can go to church. I said, Mike, did you tell anybody you was going to church? Oh no, I wanted it to be a secret. I said, okay, cool. We get down, people all on the side where I go. I'm going, what the hell? I said, Mike, I thought I told you, ain't tell nobody. I never opened my mouth. This ass rolled the window down. People was reaching in there, tearing his clothes off. They're pulling me. I said, roll your window up. Shut up all that whining and Mike, and roll your...
Imagine rolling up with Michael Jackson and suddenly there's a mob of people swarming your car. Michael, ever the icon, rolls down the window and chaos ensues. Moments, but it also shows his playful side, not taking everything so seriously. Now here's where it gets really interesting. During the Michael Jackson Lookalike contest, the producers thought it would be funny to have a fake Michael step forward, but the real Michael was there and the whole thing fell apart. And when he did, everyone lost it. It's a classic moment that just highlights his sense of humor and ability to laugh at himself.
Oh, Michael Jackson, please stand forward.
My name is Michael Jackson.
My name is Michael Jackson.
Then we jump to Chris Tucker again, who tested Michael's generosity by complimenting a TV only for Michael to gift it to him. It's the kind of thing you hear about but don't quite believe until someone confirms it.
I was just complimenting a flat screen TV he had, and he gave it to me. I was like, Michael, I didn't want the TV. But then the black came out of me. I started liking everything after that. I said, Mike, I like that Rolls Royce. That's a bad Rolls Royce. Not the old one, the new Rolls Royce, right there. He was like, you like it, Chris? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, you sure you like it? I said, yeah, I like it. He said, well, you better go buy one, because I ain't giving you my Rolls.
And Chris, realizing the opportunity, starts complimenting everything. It's such a relatable moment of shoot your shot, and Michael's response to the Rolls Royce comment is priceless. It's these interactions that give you a glimpse into how Michael was both generous and cheeky. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane with Michael Jackson, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us out and lets us know you want more of this kind of content. Okay, moving on. Michael's experience at a Las Vegas store is like watching a kid in a candy shop. He's just grabbing everything in sight, and it's a reminder of his childlike wonder and excitement about life. He's not just a superstar, he's someone who finds joy in the smallest things.
Hi. About these. About this one. This one.
About midnight.
This one. About this table. These.
Yes.
This table. These.
Even if it's just shopping, this is juxtaposed with the story of him getting swarmed by fans after his first interaction with Mike Tyson, which initially didn't go so well, but over time, they developed a mutual respect.
Don goes and Don gives Michael Jackson the peace sign like this.
Okay.
Right, and then so Michael gives Don the peace sign, and so I give Michael the peace sign, and Michael put his hand down.
Right.
And I'm saying, but in a way I said, did he play me? And no, he didn't play me. I said, let me just go and meet Mike. I just shattered the record, Undisputed Champ and everything a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Everybody go over me in the dressing room, right? And he just went by the door, and he goes, where I know you from? I know you from somewhere, don't I? And I said, no, I just a fan. He just broke my ego, he crushed me.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm just a fan. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Hey, Rodney Jerkins was working with him, right?
All right.
And he said, yo, man, come see Mike. I said, fuck that, I don't want to see him. Diss me, man. I'm a play me, let me look like a fucking in front of all those people. He said, nah, man, he's cool, man. Mike asked for you. He said, Mike, he asked for you, man. I said, really?
Damn.
I said, okay, I'm coming. I'll be over there, right? No, when I met him in his house, then I learned to respect him. I knew he was a player.
And now, let's talk about the time Michael got to live out his dream of going grocery shopping. Imagine that. One of the most famous people on the planet just wants to do something as mundane as shopping for groceries. So they set up this whole supermarket experience for him, filling it with actors and friends. It's both heartwarming and a little bit sad, because it shows how the simple things most of us take for granted were out of reach for him. As he roams the aisles, he starts recognizing familiar faces, and it turns into a game of spot the actor. It's a peek into the surreal world he lived in, where even a grocery store trip becomes an orchestrated event. But you can see the joy it brings him, the way he lights up just doing something so ordinary. It's a poignant reminder of his unique life, constantly surrounded by fame, yet yearning for normalcy. Then we're treated to a story about his beloved pet, Bubbles the chimpanzee. Michael had a real love for animals, and Bubbles was a big part of his life. It's fascinating to think about how his home was like a mini zoo, filled with exotic animals. Eddie Murphy once joked about how big the place was, with giraffes casually walking around. It's these little insights that reveal the whimsical world Michael created for himself, a world where fantasy and reality blurred.
Did you ever get to meet Bubbles, the chimp?
Yeah, you know, I met Bubbles, but Bubbles, Michael had like a real zoo at his house. He had a facility, a thing that was so big that giraffes was walking around and like, ugh. It was huge. Bubbles had gotten too old. Bubbles was in the cage, like tripping, like, ah! And Michael's like, don't go near the cage.
And finally, the video wraps up with touching on his spontaneous and generous nature, like when he walked into a Las Vegas store picking out items like they were souvenirs. It's a testament to his larger-than-life persona, yet it also shows his down-to-earth desire to enjoy life's simple pleasures. And when a fan asks him to marry her, he handles it with such grace and humor. It's quintessential Michael. In the end, what stands out most about Michael Jackson isn't just his music or his performances, but these candid moments that show his humanity. He was a global superstar who never lost his sense of wonder and kindness. So, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more deep dives and reactions to the lives of the legends we all adore.